really glad no one watches this program to witness all my uh, technology problems here. My phone just turned off because it's a prepaid phone and not supposed to handle this kind of big stuff. But this is the situation I'm in. LG screwed me over for my phone, my original phone, my nice phone. That got screwed over. Battery broke, then the motherboard got fried, and then they couldn't protect me because they wanted an extra $80 to fix it, even though I put in $150 to fix it in the first place, just to have it be broke again. And lifelong customer loyalty doesn't mean diddly squat to them. So yeah. Um, Yeah, again, good thing no one watches this show. Just good thing I talk to myself here. But of course, the one person who does watch this will give me the most amount of shit for my problems or excuses. So, yeah, I'd like to see him try to do or at least give effort like I do, even with all the problems in my way. So, yeah. So yeah, fuck technology problems and fuck Ohio State. They're playing Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl, and trying to figure out which, because both of them are on December 29th. Is that really December 29th? Um, who was that? Oh, it's a Best Buy thing. Um, Weird. They do that. Bowls. I got one bowl figured out there. Yeah, they're gonna be on Saturday, December 28th. Well, interesting. Um, because New Year's Eve is on a Tuesday. They'll have Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. They'll have New Year's Eve will be boring. Um, then on the actual um, New Year's Day, they'll have the Citrus Bowl, which is Citrus and Outback Bowl. Used to be kind of like the runner-up games for whoever lost the Big Ten championship game and SEC champ game. But now with the expanded playoff format, it's a little bit different. So I think Minnesota is going to get into the Outback Bowl, and yeah. Who else? So I have predictions elsewhere. I'm trying to think. Maybe Alabama is going to get to the. I think it'll be Alabama and Minnesota for the Outback Bowl. I'm going to predict that they're going to do the rest of the rankings and bowls this afternoon, but I'll be at work, so I'll do a reaction video later on with that. But of course, no one's going to be watching that anyway, so it'll be good to talk to myself about this. And then New Year's Day will also have the Rose Bowl and the All-State Sugar Bowl. And then they should have one more game. Oh, and the Cotton Bowl is going to be on Saturday, December 20th as well. So, okay, that's going to be a kind of weird matchup. I mean, I get it, Saturday is for, college football. Dabo Swinney, the cry boy.
Season they've had, and congratulations to LSU and Oklahoma as well. But we're just glad to be in it.
Yeah, Dabo Swinney and I are kind of alike here. Think we're hot shit, and then when we don't get what we want, then we go in and complain and kick and scream in the corner. So I mean, the only difference is I have 179 hats, and he has two, and he has a national championship for college football. So tons of hats, national championship. I'd go maybe with a hat, unless that championship was for Illinois. Um, off track here. I should be getting ready for work soonish. So yeah. So the other thing I wanted to point out was Ohio State. Ohio State could have been number one because they did not play an FCS team. That was one thing that I thought was gonna go against LSU. So there's FBS and FCS. Sorry. FBS is football bowl system. FCS is football championship system. So it's kind of like Division 1 AA. So like, I have a hat for them. So like, Illinois State is my newer hats. It's a dad hat version for New Era, the 920. Because I had it was pretty cool. Like Illinois State, North Dakota State, James Madison, Villanova, South Dakota State. Those are the big ones I can think of right now. Have like a bracket system, like a bigger bracket system, like they do like the top 16 teams, and so they're like kind of like the tier below the bowl system. And like if you play an FCS team, it's kind of like a weak team then initially to play. So LSU had played a FCS team, and Ohio State did. So I thought that would kind of count against LSU, but then again, Rutgers is an FCS team. Heyo. So yeah, if you know college football, and then you would get that jab that Rutgers is an FCS team. But yeah, so that was one of my notes here. So bowl prediction, I got it right that the oh wait no, it turned around. So yeah, other bowl predictions. Orange Bowl is going to be Penn State because there are because there's the New Year's Six bowls. Each year, two of them will rotate for who hosts a semifinal game. ESPN Schefter, NFL won't reseed playoffs because NFC East will come down to a losing record team for the so that's another story for another day. Orange Bowl, Penn State, Florida. Rose Bowl will be Wisconsin and Oregon. These next two bowl games could go either way, but initially I'm thinking Sugar Bowl, Georgia and Baylor, Cotton Bowl, Utah, or Memphis. But I could also see Sugar Bowl, Georgia and Utah, and Cotton Bowl, Baylor and Memphis. But I think that would be a slight disadvantage where if Baylor goes and plays in the Cotton Bowl, it's in Dallas and that's in Texas, and like Baylor is. So that'd be like a huge kind of like home field advantage difference, I think. But again, like Georgia plays in the Sugar Bowl and that's in New Orleans. I mean, it's still a drive away from Atlanta. But yeah, it's, I'm going to go with Georgia and Baylor. I think that'd be a better matchup anyways. For the Sugar Bowl and Cotton Bowl would be Utah and Memphis. If Utah didn't shit the bed, then I think Georgia and Utah would be a pretty good matchup. Because I'm pretty sure that, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure that Utah played in a Sugar Bowl one time. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look it up. I know that Hawaii played in it one year. Utah football bowls. Utah Utes. What's a Ute? Okay, they played in the Fiesta Bowl. They did play in the Sugar Bowl against Alabama, and they won that year. To Alabama in 08. No, 09. 31-17. So, yeah, I could see them. Maybe Utah in Sugar Bowl, but I would think Cotton Bowl with Memphis. Memphis had a really good season as well. The Pineapple Bowl. Funny. So, yeah. That's my takeaway. I know people watching or not watching. So, yeah, kind of disorganized here. Kind of pissed with some of my technology surroundings here and all that. Anyways, also wanted to say that my prediction will be LSU winning over Ohio State for the championship game. It's going to be a repeat of 2008. Let me just double check that. So I wanted to explain why I'm a LSU fan. 2008 AA. So I will admit that I am a LSU bandwagon fan, but it's for a certain reason though. Because it was 7th grade. I'm making sure. Yeah. So I was in 7th grade, and excuse me, sorry. And my math teacher was a big Ohio State fan. I want to say she went there, but I'm uncertain. I don't remember entirely. Screw you, Ryan Day from Ohio State. You mean nothing. You inherited a program from a bum coach of Urban Meyer. What a punk. Yeah, she was an Ohio State fan, and I was a big, I didn't like Ohio State. I mean, it's kind of like a Midwest thing, who actually likes Ohio State if you're not from Ohio State? No one. So Illinois was playing Ohio State that year, that fall, and I said to the teacher, I'm like, hey, want to make a bet on the Ohio State Illinois game? And she's like, we don't bet in school, Jeff. I'm like, no, not that way. If Ohio State wins, then I wear Ohio State colors on Monday. It was on like Thursday or Friday. And if Illinois wins, then you have to wear Illinois colors on Monday. So that was the agreement. So it's kind of like a, friendly bet. So pretty innocent. So pretty friendly. So that's how that worked out. And Ohio State did lose the Illini Buck Trophy, which is a turtle trophy, literally. And that was the only loss of the season. They went to number 7. They fell to number 7. Then they jumped to number 2 somehow, even without a conference championship. Because conference championships did not happen. Quality win of Cincinnati, barely. Well, I mean, that was the beginning of the season, but for Ohio State. Because conference championship for Big Ten didn't come until 2011. So LSU was playing Ohio State for the championship game in 2008. And my dad and I went to Randhurst Mall, the local mall we had in Mount Prospect, and we found this LSU shirt. At the time, I was a medium size, and we got an XL shirt. So it was like a huge tent on me. And it was LSU written out like on this hat, kind of this classic font here. And on the front was the big tiger face that they usually have. And I wore it to school one day, and she was like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? And I'm like, I'm just rooting for a good team here. So that is why I am an LSU bandwagon fan. I'm also an LSU student government fan. Because when I was in student government in college, I had looked to LSU for kind of like, as an example, kind of seeing like what they did for like their website when I was building a website for student government, and also like their policies and what they did. They did it pretty good down there in the south, in the bayou, in Baton Rouge. They did it really good. So I kind of did a lot of modeling of my student government agenda off of what LSU did for their student government. So that's why I'm an LSU fan. I mean, am I diehard? No. Am I a bandwagon fan? I can admit that, but I mean, it's for a reason, though. I mean, because of education, essentially, because of my teacher being a Ohio State fan, I had to root against her. And then because of student government, that's why I'm an LSU fan. I mean, I liked what they did. So that is that spiel here. Unfortunately, with no interaction here, I am not going to get into why a 16 playoff system would work better than 8 teams and would work better than 4. But yeah, this past year, this. I mean, there's no controversy coming out of the rankings today. It was just really the big thing was LSU or Ohio State for number one, and that's about it. So, thanks for not watching, anyone, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.